Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to take a few minutes and go through the new OBD2 reader that I got, and I want to see kind of, what it looks like and how it works. I'm going to go ahead and do some scans on the cars and just to see what it tells me and kind of give my first impressions of it. The other day I did a quick video on my Instagram page and just kind of the unboxing of it and the initial look of it. But since then I have uploaded the app to my phone and am ready to proceed with kind of playing with the cars. So I don't have any pending problems right now with anything, but I just want to see what it looks like. So here's the unit right here that plugs into your OBD2 port, and the instructions, it comes in many different languages, but very easy. You just have to scan the QR code right there and it'll open up and allow you to register and get an account so that you can use it, and because it comes with free updates. So once you set up your account, you scan right here with the little code, and it will log in the serial number and activation code for that unit, and then you're ready to go. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of an issue. I plugged it into two of the cars, my wife's Prius and my GR Corolla, and when I'm using my phone to go through and see everything, check things and any codes and whatnot, and I was kind of playing with the menus, but it's kind of hard to show you what I'm doing when I'm using the phone for the app. So but I just thought I would touch base with you. So let me grab this. So this is kind of cool because the middle light here lights up green when you first plug it in, so you know that it's connected and everything's good to go. So when you first go in, you want to, it'll give you a bunch of different types of, this gave me a bunch of different types of cars, even though I only got I selected the one for Toyota. I don't have another brand of car to play with and see if anything else is active. But once I selected that, Toyota, then I was able to go through and it auto-detected the VIN number and everything about the car, basically. And I went through and I played with a lot of things. On the GR Corolla, I was able to go in and customize a lot of things. How many times the blinker, when you just tap the blinker, how many times it'll blink for you. It comes as a factory default of 3. You can change it all the way up to 7. So 3 I always felt like was a little too quick and didn't give enough time maybe for people to see what you're doing. So I actually put it on 6, and I'm going to play with that, but I can change any time. You can play with window settings and lock settings and get rid of buzzers and all kinds of things. So it was really cool that way. I did do a diagnostic scan on it to see what was going on, if it had any stored codes or anything like that. So all was well that way. On my wife's Prius, it's a 2010, it's a 3rd generation one. It's got 165,000 miles on it now. Don't have any CELs or anything like that, but it did have some codes stored in it, so I thought that was interesting. Quite a few years ago, I had to replace the the front right door, the door lock actuator. Actually had a code in there when it wasn't working right. Never tripped a CEL or anything like that, but the code was in there. So I thought, wow. But I had since swapped that out and it was working fine. Same thing happened with the left front door. Just about, I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, something like that. I did a video on it on how to change it. So it was interesting when I saw that in there, and I was able to clear that code too. So that was nice. I saw a couple other ones that didn't make a lot of sense to me. One was for XM radio. This has the ability to have XM radio, but we've never had that. So I thought that was interesting, but I just cleared that out. And it said that it was having, I think this probably triggered when they wore out, but the TMPS, or the TPMS, Toyota Pressure Monitoring System. I always want to say that wrong. But those sensors did wear out. The batteries wore out. So I have since had them changed. And they work great now. But that threw that code in there, even though it wasn't a check engine code, but it was a code. So it's kind of nice. You're able to take this and even occasionally do a scan and see what's going on, because a lot of things will not trigger a check engine light, but they might give you a heads up on a warning that something's not communicating right or working right. And so kind of an impending type of thing that's coming, and who knows, what you might have to do. Is it a quick repair? Do you have to replace something like I did on the door lock actuators? So who knows? I did find it fairly intuitive to be able to go through the different things. You can do an all scan, a complete scan of every system, or you can select the system that you want. So kind of cool. It's I think it's something that anybody with a newer car that has an OBD2 port, which includes 96 and newer, and quite a few 95s also. I had a 95 Toyota Previa that had it. It was the first year it was included on the Previa. So, but if you have a 95, it might have an OBD2 port. If you have a 96 and newer, it does. And, pick up something like this. This one seems to be very complete as far as the systems and whatnot. So, yeah, I think that something like this can save you a lot of money, and it will pay for itself in no time, because you're not relying on other places to tell you what's going on. Have something that needs to be fixed, you got a CEL or something like that, and the shop ends up ripping you off because you don't know what's really going on. They tell you it's this and that. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, or maybe it's something real simple to fix and cheap, and they end up replacing a part, and you end up paying a few $100 when you didn't have to. Invest in one of these. It was easy to use. The screens are easy, fairly self-explanatory. And if you do choose to get one, play with it and look through and try to get familiar with it. This is a tool just like a wrench. And if you have it, you can do a lot of good things with it, just like you can tools. So use this and let it be your mechanic in a sense, making sure that everything is okay with all your systems. So any questions, guys, please reach out. I don't mind questions, and I try to answer everybody's. And if you have one of these, the Soloscan diagnostic tool, if you have one, let me know what you think. If you have another one that has worked well for you, I'd be curious also to see what you think. And we can all learn good things and bad things from some of these tools. So until next time, guys, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you down the road.